It's the only bottle we're going to open, so it's worth having a souvenir of this. Okay. It's coming. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh my, that's good.
Sediment in your glass, because by keeping the bottle, if you go back 100 years, they were using corks, even for aging. So they were using cork instead of metallic caps, right? So what happened is when in January, when they disgorged it, you had the centenaire cork, who had some degradation, and all the leaves were really, really thick and compact at the neck of the bottle. So when they disgorged it, they didn't remove all of the sediments that stayed. So you might find some in the wine, but Benoît Gouès, the chef de cave, really thought it was not affecting the quality or the taste, and it's also a proof actually of its aging. So there was no way around it, because we would normally not have any in our wines, obviously, but this time around there was no choice. And Conrad, I can only really focus on the neck of the bottle.
Please do.
I'm so impressed on the old shape that is very different from what we have now.
I think you said the bottle was hand blown, or
I don't have the information. We are missing a lot of smaller details, such as the exact percentage of the grapes that we have in the wine, and I am not aware if the bottle was hand blown. I wouldn't think so. So I'll just put this back, and I'll give it back to.
put it back in the fridge.
Well, it doesn't clip, so I'm not, because you see how different the neck is? It doesn't
Yes, of course, yeah, because of that
Yeah,
style.
the
That's
correct
interesting.
style, yes. Can you ask Denise to come and pick up the bottle, please?
What's that, sir? Call Denise to put at the bottom.
I'm loving the look of this wine. I'm loving the look of it.
You're going to love it also, tasting it. So
I wish I could see the actual color, because it looks so light and pale.
It is light and pale. It's a beautiful golden, honey-like yellow. It's very surprising because it is 100 years old, and you would think the color of the wine would be a little bit more copper. Definitely not. I think it's because definitely of the great condition the bottles were kept in. So it was kept in the Grand Vintage cellar at Moet. So it's a special cellar that we use only for the bottles that we're going to age for a long time, or very special vintages. So in this case, it was kept in that cellar. I'll give you the bottle so you can put it back in the fridge. Can you bring the other one? Thanks.
Now, can you tell me about the quality of the vintage itself?
I can.
I'm sure.
But we have, then again, more or less information on that product. So 1911 in Moet's book was said as année exceptionnelle, so exceptional year. And I think it was defined, I was speaking with the Maison, and it was defined as a very dry and warm year. So the berries were picked at very early. Actually, they were picked September 9th, and they were really ripe and ready.
Exceptionally early. September 9th, man. Okay.
Yes. So it was an exceptional year. As for the grapes in this wine, we were, as we use in Moet, we're using three grapes, but I don't have the information on the percentage. So there's some Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier in the Blanc, but I am not aware of the exact percentage, because it was not in the notes of in the books. So definitely 1911 was an année exceptionnelle, and because of that ripeness, sure, because of the ripeness of the grape, and they had very low rain, it kept the grapes very full and exceptional.
And healthy.
And healthy.
Healthy and yes,
Totally healthy.
Yes. Critical.
So that's a very interesting point that the Maison brought to the table. There are some beautiful things about this. When it was disgorged in January, Benoit Guez, the chef de maison, really tasted every bottle. So by tasting every bottle, he was making sure that the bottles that were going to be released was to the Moet standards, so to Moet quality standards. There were very few bottles kept. Very, very few bottles kept because of
the tasting. Some of them were rejected.
Most of them were.
Most of them were rejected. Okay, so how many were retained?
We don't have an exact number, but we are only putting in the market 66 bottles. So we have,
For the globe.
For the globe.
For the globe.
So we have 11 auctions. 6 bottles each at every auction. All the profit from this sale will go to charities, regional charities.
Okay.
So for Moet, it's not a point of making some profit of this release. It's really about bringing an amazing product, an amazing experience to some of his consumer and really. Having them have a piece of Moet history in their cellar, and it's not about the profit.
I understand.
So it's really about having this amazing experience, and it's all about Moet. Moet is really about experience and about enjoying life, and that's, I think, what they try to do by releasing this 100-year-old bottle is give that little bit of pleasure to some of his consumer and.
Totally amazing. Have any of the bottles now been sold in auction?
It has. We have had one lot that was sold in Hong Kong.
Yes.
In early September.
Yes.
So 6 bottles, and they were like at $100,000.
Fantastic.
So it comes in a beautiful leather case. It's amazing. The bottles are, as you see them right now, they're the original 100-year-old bottle. So it was a beautiful auction in Hong Kong, and the second auction that we have is tonight. Tonight it's a partnership with the LCBO, so it's the LCBO Vintage Auction.
The Fine Wines Auction,
the
yes.
Fine Wines Auction, and we're the first lot that will be.
The very first lot.
The very first lot that will be auctioned at this event.
Fantastic! This is very, very exciting. I can't tell you how hard it is holding back from tasting this wine.
Well, let's not hold back.
Because I do see that there's still a few bubbles left. I mean, after 100 years,
there is a few.
You don't expect any at all.
Any at all, and I feel there might be a little difference from one bottle to the other. Obviously, this one you'll see that has a tiny, very delicate bubble, but in the mouth, it's very subtle. You'll see though that it doesn't affect the taste profile. It's just beautiful. The color is unbelievable. As you see, beautiful, golden honey-like yellow, very clear, very bright at the same time, which you might not expect.
Very fresh. No, I'm not expecting it to be so fresh. I was expecting much more of a, as you said, copper color, a little bit more amber, a little bit of browning, perhaps a lot of browning.
I know.
Right.
And I think that's one of the most impressive thing. Then on the nose, it's also very impressive because you still have this freshness. I had the pleasure of having a sip before, but I really found like you had some candied fruits. I found some candied ginger really present in there. I think it's very interesting because you get all the richness. And then it is beautiful and well balanced in the mouth. It's velvety. It's round.
I would never believe that's 100 years old.